What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'll be talking about my thoughts on Squid Game Season 2. I just finished wrapping it up, and it was really good. I enjoyed it. I'm really glad they didn't go down the route of a copy and paste of Season 1. That they took their time, they included new games. What I really enjoyed was that they brought back minor characters from Season 1 and made some of them more prominent characters in this season. I thought that was very creative and I enjoyed that aspect of it. While overall the storytelling and the episodes were very captivating, they kept me engaged throughout the whole season. There were some parts where I did feel were quite repetitive and felt rushed, such as the scenes when the frontman's brother, the officer, is looking for the island where they play the games. When they go visit one island, it was basically, oh, it's not this island, let's go to the next one. Oh, it's not this island, let's go to the next one. Oh, it's not this island, let's go to the next one. I felt like that whole time allotted for those types of scenes could have been better used in other situations. I did find it very interesting how this time the group of players, they were more divided. In Season 1, if I'm not mistaken, they were, after the first game, I believe, or it was the second, I think it was the first game, I could be wrong, the majority voted to leave the games. However, now the groups were more divided. There were these money's power over moral rights and people wanting to go home. And even though 178 people wanted to go home and the other 189 players wanted to continue the game for the extra 100, 200 million won, I thought that really showed an emphasis on money's power in this world. Now, taking a moment to talk about some of the characters, the frontman, or player 1, I really enjoyed his complex role as being both a participant and the villain. At least we knew he was the villain, and the other contestants didn't know. Player 456 was literally got back into the games just to kill him or end the game in general. And he had no idea, no clue that the guy he was after was literally sleeping in the bunk next to him and helping him plot this takeover of the games. It was very exciting because I was always on the edge of my seat in the way of, when is it that the front man's going to screw him over? When is it that he's going to show his true colors? And at the end of the season, he didn't even do that. Like I said earlier on, the whole thing on looking for the island, I found that repetitive. And I wish, instead of focusing so much on that, we could have focused more on certain characters, such as the mother and son duo, and their story on how they got there. Their story, from what I understood, was the son got into gambling debt, and he went in to pay off his debt, and then the mom also went in to pay off his son's debt. But I wish we could have seen like some sort of backstory on how it all led up to that. And even if not, even maybe just explaining more, and like at the end of the season he faked his death and went back to being the front man. So this whole season was primarily just a build up to Season 3. Now, I'd like to talk about the characters for a little bit. The characters in this season were interesting, to say the least. Starting with the front man, how he was now a participant without player 456 even knowing. I I thought that was an interesting role that he took on. He he basically got into the shoes or filled the shoes of the old man from season 1, which was very interesting, and even more so because he gained the trust of player 456. While player 456's entire goal was to go there and kill the front man and whoever else was running the games, not knowing that one of the main guys is literally sleeping in the bunk next to you. Another character that was interesting was Thanos, the ex rapper. He was, I couldn't stand the character. He was annoying. He was a wild card, to say the least. You didn't know what the hell he was gonna do. But even with his faults and him being a wild card, it kept tensions high because you didn't know what was gonna happen, if he was gonna do something impulsively or whatnot. What else? What else? What else? Also, I really liked how some of the characters from season 1 made a return to season 2 in a more prominent way and had a bigger role, such as the friend of player 456. While some characters did have a good story arc, character arc, not really sure what the exact word is. I do feel like there were some characters that were underdeveloped. Like I said previously, the militia hired by the frontman's brother, the officer, that felt like an afterthought that, oh, we hired him, that's it. I wanted more of a backstory for the mom and son duo. Oh, and especially the YouTuber and his ex-girlfriend that ended up being pregnant with his kid that he didn't know about until they they met each other again at the games. Despite the games being different and original compared to just using the same games over from season 1, they felt rushed and not as engaging. The only one that was kind of engaging was Mingle, but then it was too repetitive. It was just round after round after round after round after round. And I didn't really like that part of the game. I did wish that there were more engaging games, like I said, like Tug of War, the Glass Bridge. I believe that the games could have been more creative to match the level of intensity as the first season, which is a bit of a bummer on that. But overall, the games they were alright. They were alright. They were fun to watch, but I think they could have been better. I would say that my favorite scene from this season is literally the last scene of the last episode, when the front man comes up to player 456 and tells him, how was it being the hero? Now you're gonna face the consequences of your little game. And kills his friend right next to him. That was cold. That was... I wasn't expecting any of that. I really enjoyed that. But just as much, I really enjoyed the frontman's how he unfolded and naturally got himself to be part of player 456 group to take over the game management room. Overall this season, it was a good season. It wasn't Netflix attempt of a cash grab, but a well thought out build up to season 3. It It made bold choices. Some of them which worked really well, others so. However, I still recommend watching this season if you watched the first one, and even if you didn't watch this season or the first season, I would still watch. I would watch both seasons. If I had to give it a rating from 1 through 10, I'd give it probably like a 7.58. Although it had its flaws, that doesn't take away from how it hooks you in and keeps you engaged throughout the whole season. So, let me know what you think about Season 2. Are you excited for Season 3? Because I'm excited for Season 3. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.